was certainly a lot of positives that come out of the game. You don't anticipate to lose your winger, early in the game with Charners and with that dislocated shoulder, and then Jace Clark with the head knock. But I thought we showed a lot of grit. It just shows the character and the grit we got in our team. They were up for a fight. They were scrapping hard tonight, Huddersfield. You got to give them credit. They were up for a fight, and we had to earn our stripes tonight.
I don't believe in luck in sport, so you could say we're unlucky in certain calls, and I don't believe in coincidences. We've now lost ample amounts of game this year that we could have won and win the driving seat, but we're not in those clutch moments, the really key parts of the game. We just don't seem to be able to hold us nerve. It's something that we need to probably. We're so close. Sport is about inches. It's the fine margins of the game, and we are so close as a squad, as a team, as a group. But unfortunately, professional sport, and it is about the margins, that can also be miles away. And like I say, there were a couple of occasions. I think the three sort of the key turning points for me in that game. We scored a try, and then we, on the set, just before half time, we actually tried to offload the ball. We dropped it. Then we give a penalty away. We give them 2 points. We had a real ascendancy on the game, and we started to. You could feel it. All meant to be in our favour. Warrington couldn't get out of their own 35 metres, and it was the fifth and last tackle, and they went down the short side. You could hear all the Warrington sort of staff and playing group saying, "Don't go down there," because you want the right play. But unfortunately, we just had one. We had a miscommunication, and we jammed, and that was one try. And then late in the second half, once again, there were a try-scoring opportunity, and instead of scoring that try, it just went dead. And then, we managed to, we kicked the ball and got a man simbing. So there were three really key sort of moments of the game that we could have, if we'd have owned, I think we'd have gone on to win the game. But unfortunately, we just didn't. And, people talk about teams being mentally tough and mentally strong, and say the Man Uniteds of all, where they won the games in the last minute, they won't look at. They had each individual within their sort of side stood up in the key moments and really owned them. And we've just got to learn, and I've got to educate them as much as we can. For us to actually, come away with a victory as opposed to a narrow loss, as we unfortunately keep doing.
It was a gold standard play. Des recognising that short side, and and Toby and Ben Curry and Josh Shawless down that left side, and great support back through the middle third. So, it's a credit to the guys on how hard they're evolving and trying to get better. I thought our first 20 minutes was really solid. If you take out the first two sets where we turned the ball over, once we got in the grind, and I feel like we could have went 12-18-0 in that first 20-25 minute block, and we just just couldn't finish it off. And then the errors started to unfold, and then they had a couple of resets, and then we'd snowballed on our try line. But as I said, credit to the boys. It was very gritty. That earned their keep tonight.
People talk about resilience, and they throw the word around a lot, especially in sport environments. How do you become resilient? I think you only become resilient when you've actually faced adversity and actually come through the other side. You hear a lot in the ages gone by that people talk about just getting a scrappy win by any means, really, and that's what I think it is. When you come out the other side and you're in them tight games, you have them clutch moments that I'm talking about, and you come out on top. That's how you become resilient, really, and that's how you start to own them moments. I think we've just got to somehow manage to fight and scrap us way to one of those narrow victories with it. That just basically, from a mental perspective, just shows how you do it. You can try and simulate as much as you want in training. You can try and put yourself in situations and simulations where you're down by 2 points or you're up by 2 points, and you can try and mimic those situations as much as you can. But I think the only way you really sort of come out that is getting one of those scrappy wins and coming out the other side.
It's just one of those things, mate. A lot of clubs have been going through it. So we're we've got to, it is what it is. There's been plenty of curveballs. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more. But we've got a really hard working coaching group here who just crack on with it. And as soon as we found out, we're straight on to Huddersfield mode. But we've been crying out to play over the last couple of weeks. It's just been unfortunate under the circumstances with Helens and Southwark. We
have lost so many games this year by such small margins that, like I said before, we are so close, but then it feels miles away at times when you then do go into those situations. We've got a lot of. I still think we've got a lot of extremely good players in that squad. We've got a lot of. I think we have got the makings of a really, really good side, but unfortunately this year we just fell short too many times, and it's just had the sort of impact they had has just had a detriment each and every week. And I was really proud of their efforts in that first half. We give them loads more ball than us. They had loads more field position, and we managed to come away. With 8-6. We should have really been 6-all at half time, and his efforts were fantastic, but we just need to be a little bit smarter and show a little bit more steeliness in certain areas.
You want to run into semi-finals with a bit of form and being hard-nosed, and so that was a stepping stone tonight. I felt, as I said, they were up for a fight tonight. We're still in a position to fight for the league leaders and the top 2 spot, depending on tonight's result too. So. We're desperate to finish the season.